Hi guys, it's me. If you hear any noises, like that noise from the water cooler right now, please forgive me. You might hear other noises, neighbors talking, whatever. Yeah, okay, listen. Um, oh my god, that's the water cooler. Okay, so listen, I want to talk about something regarding relationships. Sometimes I don't really want to say anything because I don't want to send the wrong message, but I do want to give my opinion on something that I think is really necessary. Wow, that sounds like a popcorn machine or something. Okay, stop. Anyway, so listen, I've been wanting to talk about this, and something happened to me this weekend, and I was like, whoa, like I really need to talk about this thing in particular. And right, uh yeah, when you have these relationships that you're starting, you're starting to get to know someone, and or you started the relationship, and all of a sudden that someone starts like, oh, I don't like the way that you put your makeup on, right? I don't like your eyebrows, or I don't like your low cut clothing, or I don't like your hair, or they want you to change who you are, right? Sometimes you're already in that relationship, and that's even worse. But when you're starting a relationship with somebody and they start telling you all these things, let me show you your future. Oh, yes, there it is. That will be your future. Right here, right there. See number 2, number 3, and the last one, number 4. Oh, yes. Very sad. It's not gonna be anything like this. That I promise you. Right? Like, oh, I just met somebody and she or he's really sweet and, I'm really happy, I'm celebrating. No. We started with I don't like your friends on Facebook. Remove your female friends. I don't like the way you dress. Please stop changing the way that you smile, you walk, you dress, and here you are, right? Like, what the hell? I don't even want to change anything about myself. And you see, you shouldn't. That's the thing. That's the message I want to tell you. You shouldn't, because, well, if we're already starting like this, if someone is already starting making me feel uncomfortable with the way things are, like, I mean, this will be our future, right? Heartbreak and then the tower. Why? Because the relationship started with a bad foundation. And what is a bad foundation? The fact that, somebody doesn't even trust me, or somebody doesn't like me. Because you see, I've been in this type of relationships before, at least 2. And the first time I was like, oh, you're too skinny. Okay, I started gaining weight. Oh, I don't like the way that you dress. I started like changing the way I dress. Oh, I don't like your friends. So I started removing all my friends. And every time that I did something, it started to be something else. It was more and more and more until I realized that, that person, it's not like that person didn't like the way that I dress, or the way that my hair looked, or the fact that I was too skinny. That person was looking for somebody else, right? And it wasn't me. But at the time, I saw it as in like, oh, the more I please this person, the more that person is not gonna abandon me or leave me or break up with me. And that's the thing, that you don't have to please anybody. right? You don't. If somebody doesn't like the way that you are, somebody doesn't like your friends, well, maybe they're looking for somebody else and not you. And that's the bottom line. And that's the message that I want to give you. That if somebody doesn't accept you for who you are, obviously within reasons, because I know, like, if you're the type of guy that is flirting and, talking to everybody, and being disrespectful, obviously you have reasons to say, like, listen, I see that you behave a certain way or whatever, and I really don't like that because you wouldn't like me doing that to you, right? Obviously there are things that, we can compromise. But the fact that somebody starts telling you, like, they don't like, how you look, you're too skinny, well, maybe you should find somebody that has more meat on their bones. I don't like your hair, well, maybe you should find somebody that has the hair that you like. Things like that. Like, to me, those are stupid things. And like I said, as much as it broke my heart, right, to realize this, the fact that that person was looking for someone else, not me. And even if it hurt, I still, like, wanted to give the benefit of the doubt, to say, like, well, maybe if I change and if I do this and I do that, like, that person is gonna like me more. No, that person was never satisfied for the same reason, because, like I said, that person was looking for somebody else that wasn't me. And that's something that I learned, that if somebody starts having a problem with you from the beginning, that probably is not, that person is not your soulmate, the person that you're gonna get along with, the person that you think is gonna make you happy. I mean, that person is already making you feel this way, right? If that person is already making you feel uncomfortable, or a certain way that it makes you feel uncomfortable, then, look, you can do whatever you want to do, but in my opinion, that person wouldn't be anything like this. Like, you're supposed to be happy with somebody, not suffering. I did a collective reading last week, and I was gonna share it, but I got busy with the other videos. But the message that was sent in for the collective, the last one, it was talking about a person that felt like this person was in a committed relationship, and this person felt like his wife was holding him back. It felt like no matter what he did, he never did anything right. And that person wanted to leave that relationship, was making sacrifice. I don't know, maybe because of the kids. I did see something. I don't know if this person that wanted to leave has like a higher position, or has to put up a front for people not to notice that everything is wrong with his relationship. Because it was like it was a male and a female. The female was the one that looked like was always complaining about something. And the guy was tired. The only reason why he felt like he needed to stay in that marriage was because of maybe kids. And like I said, maybe if this person has like a higher position, this person was afraid of what people were gonna say or think, right? Because he had in his status to maintain. But I saw at the end of the reading that, this person was gonna find clarity and I think that person was gonna leave, because it looks like that person was in a marriage for a long time, and it's been a while that that person hasn't been happy. Why? Because, like I said, everything that he did, the wife found something wrong with it. And, you know, I get the sense like those type of women that will say like, oh, I want to go on a vacation, expensive vacations. I want to have a nice house. I want to have a nice car. But I need you to be here from 8 to 5, to work only from 8 to 5 because you have to be here and spend time with me and spend time with the kids. And you can't do that. I mean, let's be real. You can't have an 8 to 5 job and have, you know, the big house in the hills or around the beach or in the beach, or, you know, have some expensive vacations and you know, and work only certain hours. There are sacrifices that you have to make. And, you know, I think like as the partner, the wife, you know, you should be a little bit more understanding. I mean, it's not like they want to be working 16, 18 hours a day. They just have to do it, you know, for the family, for sacrifices have to be made. And it looked like this man was working a lot and the wife was always nagging about something. And, you know, I saw these cars, like it got to the point where like that guy felt like he had to defend himself all the time. And it became a stressful, a burden, right? Like too much in his, too much on his plate. And he was like tired, like he was tired. And I think he decided like he's not gonna do it anymore. For the same reason. Like, I mean, he was gonna leave. It was gonna be painful to leave behind, you know, what he had, but it looked like he was gonna leave. And if you are one of these persons that I'm mentioning right now, you know, about the reading that I did, if you are that person that wanted to walk away, it looks like you were gonna walk away and you were gonna go towards happiness, because the sun was there and the hangman in reverse. And that means when we have the sun and the hangman in reverse, that means like that person was gonna finally be unstuck, finally was gonna be saying like, listen, I sacrificed myself for a while and I'm not happy anymore, so I'm going after what I want, which is to feel happy, right? This person over here leaves his 8 cups with pain. This person usually leaves behind these cups, but he's leaving because he's no longer happy. He or she no longer happy, and is going to look for the 9 cup, right? For his 9 of cups. This person over here is like feeling satisfied with his life, the way things are in his life. And yeah, just happy. Like I said, that person, like, you know, it looked like he was ready to leave. And like I said, why? Because he had the Queen of Wands in reverse, bitching, complaining, you know, you don't do this, you don't do that, or I need you to be here for the kids and for myself. And at the same time, that person had to work long hours or whatnot. But like I said, you know, sometimes we have to make sacrifices. Now, that was like a reading that I didn't post. I was gonna post it, but I got busy. But what I was talking about from the beginning, going back to that, it's like I said, if somebody is already having a problem with the way you are, the way you walk, the way, you know, it's funny because a lot of times the guys will be like, oh, I don't like the way that you put your makeup. It's too much makeup. And then they end up leaving with the clown from the circus that just came to town, right? You're like, what? I thought you said you didn't like my freaking makeup. And then you see they're dating a clown. And it's like, whoa. And You see, that's the thing. Like, if somebody doesn't like the way that you're dressed, and you have to set your boundaries and say, like, listen, like me, like I said, I used to be that person, right? The people pleaser, the person that, oh yes, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna change. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm married, but if I was single, I'll be like, listen, it took me forever to find myself, to be happy with who I am, to accept myself for who I am. In order for me to change everything just because you don't like it. I'm sorry, perhaps I'm not the person for you. You might find someone else, right? It's not a big deal if we don't make it a big deal. But we make it a big deal when we keep insisting and saying, like, no, I'm going to do this to change myself. And you don't have to change yourself. If they don't accept you for the way you are, then, like I said, maybe you don't need to be in their life. Because they're obviously looking for someone else. That's just the way I see it. Okay, anyway, I'm already 16 minutes. I just wanted to say that, but yeah, just don't change for anybody. Unless, like I said, if you're a player and stuff, then, rethink your life, your stuff, your choices, whatever. But, if it's something simple as the way you look and the way you are and the friends you have, that you have to get rid of your friends, like, it's not even worth it. No, I don't think it's worth it. But okay, that's it. Bye.